Well, hello, viewers, Facebook friends, and Twitter followers. I'm Newswatch 16's Jim Hamill here in the Central Pennsylvania Newsroom. Nikki Kreis and I, over the past few years, have heard a lot of feedback from folks who live out this way who say they don't get enough news here in Central Pennsylvania. They get too much Scranton or Wilkes-Barre news, and while that may be the case in some newscasts, we'd like to keep you informed here on a weekly basis. So once a week, we're going to try and bring you the Central Pennsylvania News Update right here on the web. So tune in, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and even WNEP.com. Here we go with Monday's news.
A judge in Bradford County today sentenced a woman to life in prison for second-degree murder. A jury convicted Emily Bellows Schaefer last month for killing Carol Hickok at the victim's home near Canton back in 2010.
There's still no solution since there seems to be a difference of opinion on if the school should even be fixed. Newswatch 16's Nikki Kreis has the story live from the Central Pennsylvania Newsroom.
The Danville Middle School flooded last September, and students have attended classes in other buildings throughout the district ever since. Earlier this week, district officials told Newswatch 16 the students will not move back into that building because of the cost to fix it.
It's a variance to what they call wet, dry-proof the building. And that's to ensure that should we be flooded again, that the building would not be affected by the flooding.
The Danville Area School District is looking at other options.
Newswatch 16's Nikki Kreis.
The big news coming out of Union County on Tuesday was the arrest of 4 people in connection with a murder and a home invasion. The complicated story involves drugs, weapons, assault, and murder. One of the men allegedly shot Samsel in the head, and they ran off with his pills. State police say the investigation continues.
Newswatch 16's Jim Hamill shows us one school district in Lycoming County is putting an iPad in touch with every student.
We got huge technology now, and we can pretty much access whatever we want.
The address is up there. Montgomery's superintendent says the district budgeted $50,000 per year for iPads, and the new technology should offset costs for textbooks and paper in future school years.
It's a time-honored tradition that's been cooked up for centuries. McClure bean soup. Nearly 60 kettles of soup are stirred each year, making between 18 and 2,100 gallons of the historic dish.
Thousands turned out in Lycoming County yesterday to commemorate that day. Nearly 5,000 bikers rolled along Route 54 near Muncie, taking part in the 9/11 Memorial Coalition's annual ride.
You would think that people would, stop participating, but I think it gets bigger every year. It's amazing.
Police say an 85-year-old woman was hit and killed in Snyder County, Route 522 near Middleburg. Officers say Martha Musser of Kramer was walking to her car yesterday after leaving a yard sale when she was hit.
It took a couple years, but the new Du Boistown Bridge is finally ready for cars and trucks to cross the Susquehanna River. It's open, but in order to be completed, work has to be done on the Williamsport side of the river. That means anyone heading to the state park or to the Hiawatha paddle wheel riverboat needs to take a detour. DOT has marked the route with bright orange signs. The change in traffic patterns also means a change in location for the annual Animal Walk at the state park, a fundraiser for the Lycoming County SPCA. The walk will now start at the shelter here on Reach Road in Williamsport.
I did go down there and I pouted and I begged and I said, can't you wait till Monday? And they're behind schedule and they didn't even want to hear my pleas.
3-day event. It's the biggest thing we've ever tried. So of course you're nervous and things like that. But hey, just have a lot of faith that it's all going to come into play.
1 year ago, Our Lady of Lourdes here in Montoursville was the go-to place for many flood victims in this area. Now fast forward a year to now, and they're hoping they come back for a much different reason. This festival, which can give back to the church that gave so much.
That's all for this week's Central Pennsylvania News Update. Make sure you tune in to Newswatch 16 every day for all of your local news. And of course, don't forget to check us out on WNEP.com. And if WNEP.com is not your homepage, maybe it should be. I'm Nikki Kreis for Newswatch 16.